So today I'm going to talk about push-ups or press-ups, as some may call it. So you may ask, can one build serious strength by doing push-ups, same as a bench press does, or perhaps even more? How often and how many reps should I be doing in a particular session? Push-ups are indeed one of the most fundamental bodyweight exercises and are very, very popular. The movement is simple, it can be done anywhere and anytime. It is its simplicity that sometimes gets mistaken to mean that it's only for beginners, yet it is a very effective exercise as one employs different muscles at the same time. The problem is a lot of people concentrate on the quantity instead of quality when performing this exercise. Find out this and more as I'm going to talk about this simple movement and why everyone should actually employ and add push-ups in their training program. Remember, if you find this content useful, please like, share, and subscribe, and join the free community to learn and share more about TZ Calisthenics. One of the oldest forms of exercise in the world is indeed the push-up. It has been around for thousands of years and was part of the soldiers' military training in ancient India. There's some records that show the Roman Emperor Constantine performed push-ups for his health and strength. While still being in use in military all over, the push-up has become one of the most basic recognizable exercises of any fitness program. So what exactly is this push-up? Push-ups are an exercise in which a person keeping the prone position, that is chest facing down, has the palm of their hands down vertically under the shoulders, with the feet on the ground and back straight, pushes the body up and lets it down by an alternate straightening and bending of arms. Let's talk about two main misconceptions about the push-up. So one, I would say, one of the misconceptions is that people often just see it as a beginner's exercise. And the second misconception is it is just solely a chest building exercise. So let's start with the first one, the beginner's one. Push-ups are indeed the simplest form of horizontal pressing movement. There's no denying that, but it doesn't relegate it to simple beginner's workout. The reason for this is that the push-up has multiple variations and as one becomes more advanced, there are numerous ways of making it harder. One can elevate the feet, one can use rings, parallel bars, etc. That said, this actually isn't the most important aspect that I want to talk about. What's often forgotten in the pursuit of heavier weights on the barbell during a bench press is that the body is designed to work as a unit while coordinating different muscles. When using an exercise like the barbell bench press, it's important to keep the scapula, or what we call the shoulder blade, in a parked depressed position to ensure proper shoulder concentration to maintain more lifting capacity. Your scapula is locked. So what ends up happening in this case is that we forget that the scapula is designed to move freely. The body thus forgets how to move the scapula in oscillation, and hence the funny wader or hunchback movement that you'll actually see at the gym. This free movement ability needs to be maintained, and the push-up is the right answer to this. Secondly, this is the interesting part, the load generated by a basic regular standard push-up loads about 65% of your body weight when you're pushing musculature. Imagine 65%. This is in no way insignificant, as I would want to imagine you bench pressing 60% of your body weight for sets of 20, 30, or even 10, meaning you must be relatively fit and strong to do such a feat. So the bottom line, the push-up is an anabolic and therapeutic exercise when performed correctly with the full scapular extension at the top of each press. So let's talk about the second misconception about that it's solely a chest building exercise. Push-ups or press-ups are obviously a chest exercise, as vast majority of pressing movements in a horizontal position are. However, you can't forget all other primary movers and stabilizers that come into play when performing a push-up correctly. On top of the obvious chest movement, the push-up also works the triceps, the shoulders, and the one that many people overlook are the abdominal muscles, the back, the hips, and the legs. The operative term here is correctly. So when performed correctly, the push-up becomes a movement that teaches total body tension. In effect, it's a dynamic plank in which your core musculature is taxed isometrically to ensure that you maintain the neutral spine position over an extended period of time. So what you'll find with many people that can perform a lot of push-ups is that they can press 50 reps, but only the first 20 to 30 will be performed with the glutes, quads, and abs actively keeping the pelvis in a neutral position while the remainder are done with the sagging or flexed hips. Let me give you one pro tip. So if you're bored with the planks, then do tempo push-ups. What do I mean by tempo push-ups? So 5 seconds to 5 seconds going down, that is on the eccentric, then 5 seconds on the concentric going up, and maybe do 6 reps of this, which will give you actually a 1-minute plank. So this indeed will give you a nasty pec, that is a lower chest pump and the tricep pump as well. If you're feeling more pumped up, do the same. But as you do the motion, remember, hold for 5 seconds on the ground, and as you're going up, hold for 5 seconds at the top of the scapular extension. So 5 seconds hold down, 5 seconds up, and this, when you do 3 reps of this, you're back to the 1-minute plank with the anterior deltoid, that is shoulder and upper chest, on top of the lower chest, and serratus, that is the outer rib, pump to add on your previous pump. So the bottom line, guys, do your push-ups, right? They're good for everybody, any level, and shouldn't be avoided. So that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. And remember, stay tuned to TZ Calisthenics. Thanks.